Respected dear family members, my pranams to you. Many people used to ask me, why can't you summarize whatever you have explained in Malayalam in English also? So that those who are not in a position to understand Malayalam can at least get a small grip of what is told in Malayalam. A small outline, at least in a nutshell. They can understand if it is explained in English. So whatever today I explained in Malayalam, I will explain in English. I am very sure Shiju and others will be translating it into video to audio, and you all will be spreading the message. First message I told from Ishavasya Upanishad. You know, Ishavasya Upanishad is the first Upanishad having 18 mantras, and Ishavasya Upanishad is the one Upanishad which is a part of Veda, Shukla Yajurveda. All 18 mantras give us fantastic life messages, life management messages. And remember that every mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad convey different messages subjected to us, of which one of the best message given in Ishavasya Upanishad out of 18 mantras, one mantra is Asurya namate loka andhena tamasa vrida tamste pritya bhigachanti ekecha atmahano jana. I think this is the second mantra of Ishavasya Upanishad out of 18, second mantra. The meaning of this mantra, Asurya nama loka. There is a world known as demonic world. Asurya nama, Asurika loka. A demonic world is there. In this earth itself, while we are living, we have got such a world. Andhena tamasa vrida. This world is covered with a blinding darkness. A world, demonic world, Asurika loka, covered with a blinding darkness. Tamste pritya bhigachanti. Towards that blind, dark world, people are leading others. Some people lead some other people towards this blinding darkness. Who are leading? Whom they are leading? Ekecha atmahano jana. Those who are interested, those who are urged to commit suicide, destroy their own life. They are leading others who are also ready to destroy their life. Those who are already decided to destroy their life are taking others who are ready to destroy their life towards this demonic Asurika world. Just remember what is happening in the modern world. We are full of technology. People are rich, many people are educated, socially very high level, intellectually high level, economically high level, academically higher level. Still, whenever we open the channel for listening the news, whenever we open our newspapers, very many negatives we are seeing daily. Very many negatives we are seeing daily. These negatives are terribly more complicated than the earlier negatives of the similar type. Just to think about the diseases, just to think about the accidents, just to think about the psychosomatic diseases, just to think about the medicines used, think about the pesticides used, think about the plastics used, how they are all taking the people into negative, where encroachment is another negative mental attitude, grabbing government land, government property, cheating government, giving bribe, fraud and so on, negatives. And family relation rupturing, negatives. The family members killing each other, negatives. Death and killing on the basis of political parties, political lenience, and also religious background. So how this mantra written in Ishavasya Upanishad, part of Yajurveda, About 5,000 years ago, these mantras were written. They are giving us the correct message. Asudhya namate loka amdena tamasa vrda tamste pritya bhigachamdi eke cha atmahano janaha. We have to take the message from this one and lead a positive life. Bad to good, darkness to light, tensionful life to tensionless life. Second message, just think about the prohibition or banning of many of the medicines created by the modern companies based on modern medical system. Acacia and eucalyptus for the last 4 decades, they really replaced our mangoes, jackfruit and traditional food. Acacia and eucalyptus took that place. Our organic pesticides and organic way of agriculture got replaced with artificial fertilizer and artificial pesticides. Our jute and cloth bags and other thing got replaced with plastic, and many of the simple treatment systems got replaced with a very complicated system. The most modern doctors used to prescribe dozens of medicines, whether needed or not needed. Surgery used to be conducted for making profit and as an income for the hospital, and a part of that is going as the commission for the doctors. MRI scanning, CT scanning, these are all for making money for the doctors and the hospital. How the negatives are taking place? Just to see the old system. Hundreds and hundreds of modern medicines got banned for the last 10 years. Very recently, hundreds of drugs got banned. Not even a single drug from Ayurveda got banned. The old system remaining perfectly strengthy and good way. None of the old system was pointed out to have a negative in that. Old trees are very good system, still continuing, mango tree, jackfruit trees and so on. I told you they were all getting replaced with acacia and eucalyptus, but now government decided to remove acacia and eucalyptus. Government decided to ban many of the modern medicines. Government decided to ban many of the pesticides. Government started taking control over the private medical hospitals' methodology of making money. Why all the modern system got negatives and imposed control over that, whereas the old system remained perfectly alright. It automatically tells us that all the old systems were reasonably better than the modern system. Modern system inevitably has got excellent good qualities, no doubt about it. But the bad of the modern is more dangerous than the bad of the old. That is what is happening nowadays. That is the second message. And the third message about the technological heritage of India. I explained in Malayalam as wood's steel. You know, wood's steel is a steel having 0.4% carbon and perfect steel, and this got into limelight when Alexander, 2300 years ago, when he returned from India after invading to some extent, after the powerful fight that Alexander's soldiers had to face. When they returned, Purushottama, ruler of Peshawar, Purushapura, gave 30 pounds of wood steel to Alexander. He took it as a presentation by the king Puru, and Alexander with the Seleucus and others returned with 2 blacksmiths from Benares. These blacksmiths professionally qualified for making Benares sword, the sharpest and the powerful and the strong sword in the world. These Benares blacksmiths accompanying Alexander, taught how to make the Banaras sword in Damascus. And remember, Alexander could make dozens of wood, steel based Banaras sword, but he named it as Damascus sword. Remember that India had the quality and capacity to make swords and wood steel during a period when generally it was impossible to make 1100 degrees centigrade. During that period, coke was not there, coal was not there, diesel was not there, electricity was not there. Even at that time, Indians could make 1100 degrees centigrade temperature. Remember that the people could really understand nicely the minerals and ores of iron. They had the knowledge to purify the minerals and ores of iron. They had the methodology to convert iron sulfate, iron carbonate, iron hydroxide, etc. into iron oxide by heating them. And they knew pretty well to convert, to reduce iron oxide into iron. They knew pretty well how to make the pure iron. They knew how to adjust the sub-component of iron and convert it into wood steel. All this knowledge existed in India, including the crucible or the vessel meant for melting the iron, which should withstand a temperature nearly 1500 degrees centigrade. So Indian technological knowledge on iron is something super. When the world is running through very primitive line, as Albert Einstein said, we had the technology to make temperature above 1000 degrees centigrade. We have the technology to purify iron. We have the technology to make Delhi iron pillar, Dhar iron pillar, and so on. So feel proud and create a sense of pride among your family members and friends about the Indian scientific and technological heritage. We should learn our scientific and technological heritage, particularly to create a sense of pride as an Indian, and to inform the world that we were powerful in science and technology right from ancient period. And also we should learn Indian scientific and technological heritage, particularly to adopt this knowledge in the modern period. Three things: creating a sense of pride as an Indian, informing the world that we had a great scientific and technological heritage, and also utilize that knowledge in the present day for making our life very comfortable in combination with the modern science. So wood, steel, you should learn more and more from Google search. Now next we have to learn about one message. Well, so many Muslims used to write to me and comment under my YouTube and send an email or even comments under the face page. Islam is the most peaceful religion in the world. Islam shows the light for the people. Islam is the noblest religion. Okay, very good, agreed. Every Muslim, every other people should think. Now there are 122 Christian countries in the world. Earlier 121. Last year Australia also declared that it will be a Christian country. So 122. There are 69 Muslim countries. In other paper I happen to see 54, whatever may be the number. Either 54 or 69. 14 Buddhist country in the world. 1 Jew country. There is not even a single Hindu country in the world. Not even a single Hindu country in the world. Let that be there. It's not an important for us. But why the Muslim countries are always facing so many negatives of killing and dying, bomb making, bomb blasting, and innocent children, girls and boys are being killed in the name of terrorism? How one can explain it? The fight is in between the Muslim group. People used to say caste system is the worst curse for Indian Hindus, for Hindus. But in the caste system, bomb making and killing and dying are not there. Maybe very bad, but still you see one Prophet, one Quran, one Kaaba, one Islam, one Allah. Still they are killing each other. Shia, Sunni, Ahmadiyya and so on. The followers of the same family members, followers of the same God, followers of the same book. Very recently in Pakistan, 127 innocent children were killed. In Afghanistan, yesterday or day before yesterday, 11 Muslims were killed. And terrorists were just burnt off by America last week in Afghanistan. The rulers are Muslims, the police are Muslim, the advocate Muslims, the judge Muslims, the bomb makers are Muslim, the killers are Muslim, the dyers are also Muslim. Why it is happening in this so most peaceful religion in the world? I am sure the people should think and will think. It is nothing against a religion. Even you see in Kashmir, where the population of Muslims are more, it's always restless after 1947. Wherever Muslim population is more, why such a negative observation is there? It's not a critical evaluation. It should be a constructive evaluation. What should be done? At least thinking level we should have in our mind about it. Next point. In Kerala, I was just reading from Mathrubhumi. New ministry took place 334 days ago. After that, 294 murders, killings took place. Almost one killing per day taking place in the most literate state of India. Highly educated, highly cultured, highly rich academically, intellectually, socially, spiritually, culturally, psychologically, mentally, rich state of India, where within 334 days after the new ministry took place, LDF, Communist Marxist Party led ministry took place, the charge of Kerala. 294 murders are taking place, took place, just to see what is happening in the world. These are the 5 messages I wanted to explain to you. This I will be continuing next days also. After explaining in Malayalam, part of that will be explained in English also. My pranams to you. Thank you very much.